Ugh.
Ever since I was a kid, I am Steve. If I was you, I am Flint and Steel. The leather in the pearl. Chicken Chucky. The leather in the pearl. Chicken Chucky. Ever since I was a kid.
Hello and welcome to the Saturday live stream. It is so nice to see your beautiful faces. We are getting jiggy with it on Saturday, as we love to do. Hey guys, apologies for not giving you a Friday live stream. They dropped that Superman behind the scenes. I did a breakdown on it, and well, there wasn't also a lot of topics, so I was like, I'll move it to Saturday and we can get bumping. Plus, I see sometimes a lot of people can join in on Saturday. So, hey, might mix it up Friday, Saturday live stream. You never know. But either way, you deserve your dose of 3C hourly long content. 2, 3. We'll see how far we go. But catching my breath there for a second. It is so nice to see your wonderful, beautiful, lovely faces here today. I don't know if I ever do the stream about this early, but yeah, Papa has stuff to do later in the day, and it was either do it early or don't do it at all. And you guys deserve the stream. Thank you so much for all being here. Oh, we got Chrissy to go out. Oh, we missed you, Tracy. We missed you. I'm sorry, guys. Well, you had that Superman video, though. King is here. Flint and Steel. Oh, will it ever get old? I still have my chicken jockey. This thing right here is going to pay for my future children's college funds. Do you guys know this right here? Holy item. Gold? Poof, push it aside. Chicken jockey popcorn bucket? I didn't know you was a billionaire. Well, now you do, my friends. Now you do. It is so great to see all your lovely faces. Okay, let's run down through some of the topics. And like I said, we unfortunately don't have much. Not a whole lot was going on. So I'm actually going to rely on you guys to give me those bussin', fantastic, beautiful questions. In fact, just something to look forward to while we end everything. I saw that, let's see here. That, oh, not the Reddit. We will eventually get there, I'm sure. But they dropped like a new Superman poster. Let me get that. And it's become tradition lately that we go ahead. What is going on? This is not nice. Is my lady playing Fortnite right now? Why is my internet so slow? Is that just how Twitter be nowadays? Because, man, sometimes it just not be working. What is this, man? Every other site I went to got real quick. Oh, that was quick enough. What the heck? Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. Hello, Ariana Grande. Nice to see you. Superman poster. Okay. We got a brand new one that came out. I expect by the time we are done with topics and we get to the Reddit, I need it filled with attempts to Photoshop my face on this. Because you guys pull out miracles. You guys do things I didn't know you were capable of. Oh, let me go to the main account. This is my favorite thing now. Just photos of me as Superman or Lex Luthor. I mean, I'm quite dapper. He's back. Me, if Superman's not good, I hate Superman. Oh, just good. I can't wait till I could just Photoshop my face in the whole thing. So that's something to look forward to by the end of these topics. And well, the topics we are going to get into and discuss here today, let me pull them up now. Some of the things we'll be getting into is they dropped a new trailer for the Jordan Peele produced horror movie, a sports horror movie, first of its kind. The Him trailer, we'll get into that. Until Dawn. Another horror movie that has gotten a lot of backlash, has gotten its first reactions out online. Is it good? Is it bad? We'll see. Let's talk a little bit about Star Wars. I know Star Wars Celebration is happening this weekend, but there was one announcement for a Ryan Gosling movie I thought would be worth talking about and chatting as good old fellow peeps. Tim Allen dropping some details about Toy Story 5 and who's going to be the main character. It ain't Woody or Buzz. Oh, yeah. Didn't see that coming, did you? I know. And then I'm going to leave it up to you guys to give me hot, banging, sweet mama topics that I can just steal and put it on the clip channel. I farm aura and I farm clips. This is the 3C lifestyle. Get with it. Did you hear about Chucky? What about Chucky? I know there was something that he... Oh, okay. You know what? There we go. This is what I'm talking about right here. Firewolf Gaming you just earned yourself a clip on the Clip channel. You're right. This is working. Okay, so let's start off with this. Just a little fun idea that we can run into. Thank you, Firewolf Gaming, for this. Okay, now let me composure so we can start the clip off like if I thought of it from the beginning. Okay. All right, so diving into our first topic here today, guys. I saw this thing and I prepared it myself for the stream on my own. I remembered this. We had Devin Sawa, who you know is one of the stars of the Chucky TV series, RIP. It is now gone. It has ended after 3 seasons. We're still going to get a Chucky movie somewhere down the line. That's what Don Mancini, the creator, confirmed, but there hasn't been much updates on that and whatnot. But it looks like we have an idea for what season 4 was going to be about, and I found it to be pretty interesting. So let me look it up here. Devin Sawa, well, let me see if I can just look it up. During an interview, was letting us know what the idea was going to be. Here we have with the direct, they have it exclusive, and it looks like season 4 was going to take place entirely on a cruise ship. Okay, so far, not a bad idea. I like this idea of a cruise ship. Can't think of many cruise ship horror movies out there, but that's a perfect setting, right? You're in one location, you're stuck there, you can't really seem to move about. Have you guys ever heard about the cruise ship where the toilets stopped working and the people had to poop in bags? That's a real thing that happened. That was crazy stuff. That's why Papa will never be on a cruise ship, I'll tell you that. But it was the details about what was going to go down. So here we go. He said, I know exactly what it would have looked like. I heard the pitch and I heard a detailed pitch of what it was, but I can't say anything because I don't know if Don Mancini is going to do it. Here's the thing. Chucky's going to live on. He's been around since 89. Will I go back to being in Chucky? I don't know. Maybe not. Where does he get to the part? Okay, here we go. I remember he had one idea of doing Chucky on a cruise ship that didn't go. And I was supposed to play the captain. Remember, Devin Sawa plays a random character every season. He was twin brothers in the first one. Second season, he was a priest. And then in the third season, he was the president. And I died by sharks. So there would have been sharks around this cruise ship. And like that would have been great. It would have been amazing. But you know, Don's got a twisted mind and you'll see Chucky again. I hope that he kind of figures a way to get this particular story, that story that I heard up and going. Now, I have many thoughts about these kind of ideas because it's controversial, I know, but I'm just being honest as a Chucky fan and as a lover of this franchise. There is a part of me that is now starting to lean, and I know this is blasphemy to say, especially since I have so much respect for Don Mancini and what he's done with this, but there is a part of me that's like, maybe it's time to hit that reboot button. Maybe it's time to give Don Mancini a little less power into the story or what's going on, because yes, the cruise ship idea is cool and fun, but it's also just such a small gimmicky idea. I want Chucky to push the envelope or go back to being scary. This isn't the first time he's had something like this. There was also a Chucky train movie that was being thought about. Let me see if I can find the articles for that. But let's see. Yeah. There was a time that another idea was Child's Play on a train. Freddy versus Chucky, Don Mancini dreams. Freddy versus Chucky would be awesome. Don't know how you do that, but here was another one where the notion of Chucky on a train. I thought it would be interesting to do somewhere. You've got this archetype or certainly stereotypical notion of kids who always say the doll is alive and he's doing this, but the kid befriends an old lady who's also on the train. Like the old lady is the only one who will listen to this kid. And she's like, okay, tell me what you're thinking. I believe that you believe, and let's investigate it. As the story goes on, it turns out the old lady and also the old lady has early onset Alzheimer's. So ain't no one gonna believe that old lady either. There's just something, another reason with other people who aren't listening to her. But she turns out to be a charmed confidant of Chucky. So this story is for sure never happening. Bro just gave away the plot twist. Okay, so if you see Chucky on a train, just know you can't trust an old lady there with him. And so I don't know. It's just that kind of stuff. I'm still down for whatever Don Mancini does, because even if I don't love, okay, you know what? This is what I'll say. I'm down with Don Mancini still creatively being involved, but I heavily feel he needs to hand over the director's chair to someone else and let them add more visionary style. I think about movies like Bride of Chucky, where that's a great Don Mancini idea. It's like, hey, how about we do Chucky with the Bride of Frankenstein mentality. Give him a wife, Tiffany, and Tiffany's a cool character. And Bride of Chucky is just it's the most stylistic movie of the entire franchise. It is so great to look at. And even that opening sequence when Chucky's being pieced back together. Oh, I loved it. Loved it. But I feel like stuff like that has been severely missing. An artistic eye into Chucky, giving it that visual flair. Because Don Mancini still got them cool ideas. Don't get me wrong. Season 3, where he was making Chucky old and Damballa had forsaken him, cool idea. But then also, Chucky got his balls grabbed. So we had cool old man Chucky killing, but then Chucky had to turn his head and cough. Why are these plastic, Chucky? You make kids with these? It's stuff like that. This is a give and take a little bit, but all the respect to Mr. Mancini, I will say that. So I don't know. Cruise ship idea could have been cool. I doubt then maybe that's what will happen in the movie. We have no idea. I'm still waiting for that update. I'm thinking we're probably not going to hear anything come October just because of the spooky season, maybe something like that. But he said in several interviews that they're thinking about doing it. So let's hope we get it done. You guys let me know. Would you have liked the Chucky on a cruise ship? Oh, great clip idea. I'm glad I thought of that with no one else's help. Good stuff, guys. Good stuff. Okay, let's move on now to some of these topics. Starting off, there is a horror movie up and coming I've been looking forward to since the first poster. The movie is called Him, and the poster itself, I just think is like brilliantly done. It's right here. It's honestly the first ever sports horror movie, or I'll say studio movie. I'm sure there's like, I don't know. I can bet you just in the ether we live, there's something like Zombies and Soccer, the movie. Like, I'm just gonna Google it, and I bet you it exists. Zombie soccer movie. I just think that exists. Orale. Right there. I did it. Goal of the Dead. I swear to you on my life, everything, did not plan this out. I just figured, what's the most popular sport? Soccer. What's the most cliche horror thing? Zombies. Bet you there's a zombie movie. Goal of the Dead. Okay, but it's foreign, all right? So going with Hollywood. That's such a cool title, though. Goal of the Dead. Whoa. Anyways, getting back to it, though, bro has cheat codes. I've saw it. I manifested it. Lottery numbers? 12, 36, 49, 8, 12. I just made you a billionaire. That's what came to my mind. Don't buy that. I don't think that's real. Hey, back to this though. I was like, whoa, there really hasn't been a sports horror movie. And obviously the big thing that's pushing this movie along is Jordan Peele is producing it, which, it's so funny how big the Jordan Peele name is now. Cause like, again, look at this poster. Jordan Peele isn't the director of this movie. This movie is not being directed by Jordan Peele. Jordan Peele didn't write it. He's just, again, produces the film with his company Monkey Paw. But look at how big his name is. Where's the director's name? Where's the star's name? No, just, hey, Jordan Peele. That'll get the people in there. And they did the same thing with the Candyman movie, right? But hey, if Jordan Peele believes in the movie, it should be cool. It's being directed by Justin Tipping. Anyways, they finally dropped the first trailer. And oh, it looks trippy. It looks crazy. So from the look of the trailer, which I have to skip around, reversal, it looks like it's about this star NFL player, and he's up and coming. He's doing good in his career, but then something happens right here where he gets injured and he's kind of sidelined, is not able to continue on. And so to seek motivation or to be able to get over this injury and move on, he spends the weekend in a mansion and a ranch owned by his idol, who is going to be played by Marlon Wayans. Guys, I love Marlon Wayans. I think Marlon Wayans, he's right here. We obviously know him from like White Chicks or the Scary Movie franchise. He's obviously a very funny dude. Makes me laugh a lot. But let's not forget, he did do Requiem for a Dream back in the day. And that's when I saw that way back then, I was like, oh, this dude could act. This dude is a glorious actor. And if he wants to, he could be popping up in more serious movies. So it's really cool to see Marlon kind of pop up in this role. I know people have also said he's in that Fresh Prince of Bel-Air like drama series where they turned it serious instead of a comedy. Never checked it out, but if that was good or not, whatnot. Anyways, he's going to be playing an NFL player who is already famous. He's his idol to this guy, and he goes to this ranch, And throughout the weekend, he's just going to be pushing him to the absolute limit, doing some crazy stuff. And again, it's a horror movie. So we have a scene here. I don't know if this is a dream sequence or this actually happens on the field, but a ball is spinning. Everything's going by. Guy picks it up. And then right behind him, let me see, is some dude in like, I don't know, tiki stuff with a machete about to slash him. Cuts it off right there. Other sequences, it looks like they're going to be tortured with like, with training equipment. Let me see if I can get to the right spot. Like, what is that? A cowboy? Here, let me see if I can get to it. Because I was like, that's a crazy shot right here. So we have Marlon Wayans, and then they got this thing that throws the ball, and he's just throwing it at someone's face, seeing how long they could withstand it. And bro's laughing. Bro's laughing, be like, "Oh, good one, guys. Oh, very funny." So there's definitely going to be some like physical torture aspect to it, but I think the most interesting part of this movie is going to be the psychological aspect. Like the best way, the best vibe or the best way to describe it from the vibe I got from this trailer is that it's going to be a lot like Whiplash and the way J.K. Simmons' character. Forgot to turn on the fan for the camera so it doesn't overheat. I was getting the warning. But the J.K. Simmons' character in Whiplash and how he's pushing Miles Teller to the absolute brink looks like the same thing is here. But I'm wondering about these supernatural elements and stuff like this. Like he's got a whole laser machine. And even at the very end of the trailer, like that's some Illuminati type things right there. That's a ritual, some crazy stuff. How far does that go? And the question we're all wondering, does it involve booty stuff? Is there booty stuff in here? I don't know. That's what I'd be afraid of. No, so it definitely looks wild and insane. And I wonder just how much of it is actual physical torture and how much of it has like some spiritual, supernatural stuff. I mean, it feels like even at one point he gets injected. So steroids, pressure, and to do all that. It's just really showing how far are you willing to go for this fame. And dude, Marlon is going crazy. So people were like, no one was thinking that. Hey, I'm just warning y'all, all right? You get invited to that ranch. You're like, how far you willing to go? Now, the other reason I say that is because that's a Black Swan for you guys. Yeah, that's very much like Black Swan too. So, could we count that as a sports horror movie? I did see people mention that when I was like, "There's no sports horror movie." I could ballet, I guess, is a sport. I think of it more of as an art talent. You know, I'd lean it more towards the Whiplash angle as opposed. But either way, I'm looking forward to this movie. People keep saying that the script for it was really great. I'm excited to see Marlon Wayans be in that more serious role. I think it looks cool. Such an unexpected thriller, and it's just so wild to me that there isn't more sports horror movies. Like that's such a huge category. There's tons of sports comedies, sports dramas. How has there never been a sports horror movie? Cornered the market right here. Very good stuff. You guys let me know about what you thought about the trailer for him. Okay. Let's continue on and see what else we got going on. Oh, Until Dawn. So, as you guys know, we have the Until Dawn movie that's coming up based on the video game of the same name. See, here's the video game cover, and then I believe this is the movie poster. Now, again, if you're not caught up with everything and whatnot, this has gotten a lot of backlash from the fans of the video game because whenever they saw the first trailer, they thought it was not really representing the video game. If you guys don't know, in the video game, it's one of those story decision games where you are put into the action and you are given lines of dialogue, and there is also interactive gameplay and stuff like that. It's not like a Telltale game where it's only dialogue. But anyways, your decisions then determine who lives, who dies, who makes it out. It's a very cool game where you can play multiple times and get different outcomes and endings. And so the movie thought okay, let's go ahead and try to replicate that. They made it a time loop movie where these characters are stuck in a cabin and every night they will be chased by a different thing, either a serial killer, a Wendigo. I think they showed like a giant monster at one point, and every time they die, it just reloops until they can get out. Fans are like, that's not the game though. That's not how it works. You're ruining it. And people were very upset. Well, now we have the actual how do I say it? Reactions to the movie. And I'm seeing mainly positive stuff. So let's see here if I can get in some of the reactions. I should have saved them. If not, I'll look into an article about it. Okay, here we go. For fans of the game, this one is going to be divisive because it doesn't tie in much. But if you're going in blind and love horror, I feel like you are really going to enjoy this. Monsters are done really well. 7 out of 10. Very solid slasher with Happy Death Day vibes. Perry Nimroff, who I do trust a lot, I like her opinion. She says, Dug Until Dawn well enough. I've never played the game, but as a huge genre fan who's endlessly fascinated by horror movie magic, blood, gore, stunts, effects, the time loop concept kept me very well fed. Those sequences are well crafted and often make the movie feel like a love letter to the genre, but sometimes the scale does tip towards feeling too familiar. As far as the story connections between Clover and, well, I guess that's more into the video game, so I'll leave that off. Let me get in. Oh, so here we have a compilation of them. Until Dawn is one of the most delightful, ingenious horror films of the year, doubling down as a love letter to the genre. It slays all day, or rather all night long. Thrills and kills galore, a crowd pleaser with well-crafted scares, sneaking in some sincerity through the back door. Wow, Until Dawn is my surprise horror film of the year. Pony Smasher, the director, who is oh, I'm forgetting his name, but I'll get in a sec. David F. Sandberg, there we go. Takes a video game turn into its glorious, bloody, and glorious film and gory film of combustible scenes and funny moments. The deaths are fresh, and the cast have incredible chemistry. The film is so much fun. So honestly, the vibe I'm kind of getting is, I guess, yeah, if you're not that, I guess, hell-bent on the video game lore or the way it's done in the video game, you're going to appreciate this as a horror film and the way it's a love letter to the genre. And that makes sense with every night being a different horror thing. You know, at one moment it's a slasher film, another moment it's a creature feature, then all this other stuff. I really am mostly excited for David F. Sandberg. Again, he did Lights Out and the second Annabelle movie, which I think is still the best Annabelle film, although some people really like the third Annabelle movie. And he also has a YouTube channel. Was it David F. Sandberg? Uh, and on this YouTube channel, he just goes into detail about how much he used practical effects into the movie, and just hearing him talk and all these practical effects and how simple he does it using his like background of these, because that's how he got famous. He just posted this short film, won a couple of short film categories, basically through YouTube, and then there you go. Like, it can happen to you, buddy. Post that short film, get out there, and it could happen to you. It happens so many times. And I think that's just insane to see somebody like that living their dream, because it is really cool. Some of the stuff some of the simplistic things he's able to do and throw it into the movie. And that's my main excitement for Until Dawn. So it was kind of crazy to see all the insane backlash, and people are going, it's a pretty enjoyable movie. It's pretty good. Doesn't sound like it's anything amazing or his best work, but it sounds like it's way better than people were making it out to be, because some of the backlash were making it seem like, no, this movie's not good. It's not gonna do well at all. So I don't know. I'm happy with these reactions. I'm glad for David F. Sandberg, and I can't wait to see what they do next. I'm glad he also went back to the horror genre, because I did like that second Shazam movie, but it was also kind of like, I can see your heart's not into it that much. Let's go back to horror, my friend. So yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. Let me know if you guys are excited for Until Dawn. I like those reactions. All right, moving on here. Star Wars Celebration. So you guys know, not much of a Star Wars guy, but every now and then I do like checking out the mainstream stuff. And I'm honestly nowadays more fascinated with Star Wars as a brand than I am more of like the actual movies. And that's just the business side of me, because I was going to be a business major before I dropped out to do cringy YouTube stuff. Hey, mama. Can't take me anywhere. Anyways, getting back to it here. They announced some stuff. And again, as a casual guy who has not that big of an interest in Star Wars, I just wanted to give my 2 cents on whether I think this is interesting. So for one, they announced the Ryan Gosling movie that is going to be directed by Sean Levy. It's titled what am I calling? Star Wars Starfighter. And this has been rumored for a while and whatnot, but now it's fully official. And the thing I think that's most surprising and is actually a big deal is that it actually got a release date, and it's coming way sooner than expected. The movie is going to start filming this fall, and it has a release date of 2027. Here it says, described as a standalone adventure that takes place a few years after the events of Rise of Skywalker. Another reason to be excited. It's us going further into the Star Wars lore, because honestly, as a non-big fan, I get tired of hearing, oh, we got this movie and it's set right between this season 1 TV show and the third Star Wars movie somewhere. I'm like, let's just move forward in the universe. Also, stop hitting me with all these connected characters. Star Wars such a large universe, but yet everybody is like right next door neighbors to each other. I want to see the new of this world, right? And I mean, Ryan Gosling isn't a name I thought would be included in these movies. Sean Levy, not gonna lie, he's been getting a lot of internet hate lately. Let's look at Sean Levy's filmography here, because he's definitely done a lot of movies that you guys will have enjoyed. So going through it here, some of the movies that he's directed: Night at the Museum, obviously banger right there. Who could forget? Boom, boom, fire power. Very classic. Taught in history classes, if I'm being honest with you. Real Steel, absolutely underrated movie. So mad that they never made a sequel to Real Steel. Date Night is great. I like The Internship. Never saw This Is Where I Leave You. But Free Guy and The Adam Project, I think, is where people started kind of teetering away from Sean Levy. Don't forget his Stranger Things involvement. He is involved in that show. But I still like Free Guy. It was okay on Adam Project. And Deadpool Wolverine, I still found a lot of fun. But because, the world and how it is, fun movies only have a lifespan of 3 months before the entire internet says it was actually crap. All right. Not going to argue with that. Not going to argue with that. Whatever you think. I'm curious, man. I'm interested to see, because my main thing with Star Wars, again, looking at it as a brand, is I think that they have really shot themselves in the foot the same way they have with the Marvel Disney Plus content, that they have oversaturated it with stuff on Disney Plus. The Boba Fett show, the Mandalorian show, the Ahsoka show, the Andor, the animated show. It's like there is more Disney Plus shows than I think there are total theatrical movies. And the everyday person doesn't have time for that. And they know this is a connected universe. It makes you feel left out. I wonder how this will do. I want it to do well. With a name like Ryan Gosling, it should be pretty good. Sean Levy, like I said, I think he delivers crowd pleasers, whether you think they're all two or amazing films. It seems like people like people go in and have a good time with his movies. So it's a good sign. There's still also the big question in the air of is this even going to happen? Because as Star Wars fans know, they announce movies left and right, and then they get abandoned. The Rey Skywalker movie, that got announced. That had a release date. And as of right now, it doesn't look like it's happening. If anything, it looks like this movie has kind of taken its place. So I'm curious to see how it'll do. More so The Mandalorian, because that is a TV show that's turned into a movie, and that has 3 seasons behind it. How much will that affect moviegoers going to see The Mandalorian? Will they care? Will they not care? Honest about that. The other thing I thought was really funny is someone pointed out the title, Star Wars Starfighter. Forget everything you know about the Star Wars and the universe and really think about that name, Star Wars Starfighter. It's kind of a redundant title. Gunman shooter. Basketball, the ball movie. It's very repetitive in there. I think it's Star Wars Starfighter. I don't know. I just think it's funny. So we'll see. Other than that, I know there were other things, like our first look at like Boba Fett's son, which I didn't even know they could get it on looking the way they do. We'll see, man. We'll see. Again, more curious about the brand and how much box office wise, because dude, Star Wars used to be a moneymaker. Star Wars used to make galactic amounts of money. I don't know if they're there as much anymore. I'd love to be proven wrong, but we'll see. We'll see. Star Wars is always good, no matter what you say. Hey, I didn't say it's not good. I'm just saying it's oversaturated. I'm sure all the Star Wars shows are there, but I mean, you got to admit, Disney, I think they've brought the brand down a little bit. I don't know. I don't feel Star Wars is as huge as it is. Like, these seem like pretty big announcements, and there's a whole celebration of stuff going on right now. Let's even look at the likes. Okay, 44 likes, right? For this announcement and the little thing, right? So let's look at that and let's compare it to some recent things. Like I saw, which one thing we're going to jump into right now. The likes on that don't seem that huge. Look at this. Even the trailer for him, 185 likes. This is an original idea, which also goes to show you I think what audiences are craving, not so much sequels and stuff. Sinners that's coming out this weekend is doing really good, and the Star Wars stuff is just kind of like it's getting decent amount of little attention here and there. 104 for Sinners. That Star Wars announcement only 44 likes. I'm just saying, guys, please stop being negative. I'm sorry, Ben. I don't mean it to be mad, man. I'm being honest. I'm being honest. Like, hey, this would be no different if they announced Space Jam 3. Oh, I'd be hyping up and down because you know I love Space Jam. But I'd also know it's not going to get a lot of love and attention. Coyote vs. Acme comes out. It's not going to get that much like and attention, but I hope it does. I hope it does because I need my Looney Tunes love, you know? So I don't know. I again just talk about it from kind of a marketing business standpoint and the brand and trying to make Star Wars hype because I would love for Star Wars to be hyped again and people just to be excited. But lately, it just feels like there's so much negativity in the brand. I wonder if that affects then its box office or its overall longevity or if they're making the right moves, you know? Just a question I'm posing. Just a question I'm posing. All right. So let's move on now. Talking about the last big thing here Toy Story 5. Another franchise that some people are iffy on and stuff like that, mainly because of the way Toy Story 4 ended. I'm kind of interested just for this plot point because I want to see how they handle it, if it's actually going to be profound and interesting, or it's going to be the most basic, cliched, or I like my iPad. I don't want to play with no Woody. I hope it's deeper than that and it actually is compelling. Well, Tim Allen, who you know is voicing Buzz Lightyear, he was recently doing an interview about Toy Story 5. He's been doing a lot. Anytime he can talk about Toy Story 5, he loves dropping in those little nuggets of wisdom. And well, he basically let it be known that the main character of Toy Story 5 is looking to be Jessie. Okay. That's also kind of puts into perspective because that's what the reason I was actually late to this live stream is I was doing a little TikTok on that news and posting it up there. If we go back to the little teaser trailer for Toy Story 5 that they put out there, you'll know really only 3 characters they were focusing on. Yes, they had the little green aliens, but it seems like they're always part of every little teaser, right? But on the actual Toy Story 5 thing, there was only 3 people there. I mean, there's a lot of toys, Potato Head, Rex, all this stuff, but they had Woody, Buzz, and Jessie there. I was like, okay, I just didn't think much of it. But now this makes sense. Of course, Woody and Buzz are going to be such a large part of Toy Story 5. And even Tim Allen in this interview does confirm that Tim Allen confirms Woody and Buzz will reunite. Duh, but that was one of the controversial things about Toy Story 4 is that the movie ended with separating the toys, going their separate ways, saying goodbye. I found it kind of bold and I didn't mind it. But some people were like, I don't like that. Toy Story 3 was so perfect, which it was. But now, and that was another thing. I went to go look at the ending of Toy Story 4 because again, I was doing that little TikTok. And it feels like, oh shoot, they were setting it up that Jesse's kind of like taking over or going to be doing having a bigger role because obviously Woody and Buzz say goodbye here. They hug it out and whatnot. And then let me see here. Here it is. And this moment, which I thought was just symbolic because Woody's leaving now, he gives his sheriff badge over to Jesse, and the camera just kind of zooms in on Jesse. It's like, oh, this was maybe the plan from the beginning. Maybe they had this idea already in mind. Because I think a lot of the backlash was people thought that was the end of the franchise. I think if they had announced ahead of time, we're making Toy Story 4 and 5, and it's a 2-part story. It's going to continue on. I think the ending of 4 would have got so much less backlash because now I'm seeing the little setups that they had there. Like, imagine thinking the series ends on 4 and they go their separate ways. That's like, okay, it's beautiful, it's different, but man, I want the family to be together, right? But now it looks like they were setting that up and having it there. The other thing on there that Tim Allen revealed, like I don't think I can find the exact quote, but he also says that the opening scene for Toy Story 5 is unbelievable and that it involves Buzz Lightyear. The last time something like that happened, in my opinion, was the opening for Toy Story 2, because that is one of my favorite openings as a kid, where it's basically the video game. This is what the Lightyear movie should have been, is an adventure like fighting aliens and different Star Command. Like this whole scene, this should have been kind of like the movie of Lightyear, but that's neither here nor there right now. And so, unbelievable scene with Buzz Lightyear, a story that focuses on Jesse. We doing Toy Story 2 again. Because that's what happens in those movies. Jesse was a large focus in that movie. It opened up with having that cool Buzz Lightyear sequence. All right, you know what? I can manage with that. I think that'd be kind of cool. And Jesse has been kind of like a sideline character since two. She didn't do much in three, didn't do much in four. Now she's going to have a much larger part. But I wonder what that'll be. What will that be? Is she not? Oh no, L audio. What's happening? Is the mic? Oh, mic is cutting. Oh no, Lord Jesus. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. Thank you guys. Thank you. How about now? Fine now. Okay, sorry. I think I must have been hitting it with there. Okay, anyways. Back to what I was saying though. If you remember in Toy Story 2, which was actually a very sad scene. I remember when somebody loved me, everything was beautiful. I listened to that and cry alone in the shower. And it was a great scene, just showing how some kids forget toys. Oh, dude, it just hit me. That's the connection. She has PTSD from that happening to her in Toy Story 2. Oh my goodness, we just cracked the code live on screen. I just had a Jimmy Neutron moment, brain blast. But again, if you remember this scene where she's like reminiscing back to her owner, how much she loved her, how everything great was, then she was forgotten underneath there and then eventually was put in a Goodwill box and given away as a donation, right? And that was heartbreaking to her and is one of the reasons she never wanted an owner again. Well, what's the story of Toy Story 5? A kid choosing something else over her and leaving her behind. Her PTSD gonna come back. She's gonna remember why she never wanted a kid in the first place because this kind of heartbreak is unbearable. That could be it. I think we just solved the code right there of how her involvement goes. Because I was like, I wonder what it could be, unless it's like her, they're just strengthening her love story with Buzz Lightyear, because that also has been kind of sidelined. But then again, we also have the army of Buzz Lightyears, Army Buzz Lightyear. Let's see here. Army Buzz Light. Yeah, we're gonna have an army of evil red light Buzz Lightyears that are malfunctioning. Okay. So I don't know. I think that sounds cool. All right. All right. So let's see here. Is Andy coming back, dude? I would love it. I remember we heard a rumor that like Andy's son would be part of the movie. Sure. Why not? I mean, I get it. I don't know how he's gonna find them again, but it would be kind of funny if like Bonnie's an iPad kid. So we going to Andy's kids. All right. Peak. It would be peak. It would make the internet go crazy. It would make the internet go crazy. Oh, I am seeing the people suggest the Reddit, and I did ask for a couple of edits being done. So let's refresh and see what the world has given us. Ta-dum. That's not what I was hoping to see at the first mark, but okay. Let's see here. Hey Chris, Jesse, I predict could be abandoned again because of oh, we were just talking about that. Yep, I agree. Oh, oh yeah, I forgot to edit in the image. It was the Andrew Garfield image in that video, guys. I forgot to edit it in. It was Chris spoke too soon. What is this? Uh, I'll let that go for a sec. Oh, they got me edited in the Fantastic Four trailer. Yo, I kind of rocking that Reed look. And you don't even have to give me the white hair. My fade can count as the white hair because my skin pretty pale white. So I can stretch any part of my body. Hmm? Let's see who else I end up being. The Silver Surfer. 3C surfing. Your planet has been marked for goon. Oh. Dude, that is a wild. I want to know what apps you guys are using, because the apps I download to be able to swap my face in, they do a terrible job. I need to know how you guys that's a pretty good photo. Oh. Is it me, or I kind of see Tom Holland in there? You're late. Late for what? The goon party. That's pretty good. Oh, bro, that's what my child would probably end up looking like. That I don't even know if that's funny. And mm, I think I'm pretty. You think I'm pretty, right? Okay. Magnificent Photoshop. Magnificent Photoshop. That was great. That was great. 3C accepts his fate. Oh, throw in the photo there. Goal of the dead. Okay, that's not bad. Look up. Why am I? Oh God, it's just bird poop on me. I'm gonna hope that's bird poop. Dexter Resurrection. What's your opinion? I have to finish the Dexter show, but I am loving him in Red Lights, and the cast of it looks great. I have to finish the Dexter show. I got like to season 5, and I took a pause, and I never went back. I got to finish it. Look down. Oh, okay. I like that one. That one fits. That one's good. That one's not bad. Man, someone really wanted me to talk about Dexter. What the heck? Why is that on my belt? I do not look that way. I can finally watch the 3C live in Europe. Oh, it's just my Europe fans. You are here? Thank you, Europe fans. 3C becomes Superman. Oh, looking good. Oh, now that's perfect. What the heck? That's not even my face. That ain't me. That's not me. It's like eerily close to me. But that's some guy named Joseph. That ain't me. Oh. Why does it make me look like this? I don't look like this man is a mechanic. I don't know him. Uh, oh, I like this one. Oh, that's a good one. I'm going to frame that one. I like that one. That's a good one. Oh, yeah, the first look at Fixed. It's finally getting a release date. August 13th on Netflix. We've been talking about this movie for years. It's finally getting released. I hope people watch it and check it out. But I guess I understand with it being only 2D. You saw how the Looney Tunes movie struggled. Now making an R-rated one, it would struggle even more. So Netflix would be the home for it. Hopefully it turns out good. Oh, I'm just not even going to watch that. Okay, good stuff. Just insanity. All right. Let's get into your viewer submitted questions and get this hound doggy on the road. Someone said I saw that, Chris. Saw what? Dude, you skipped my post. I skip everybody. It's just the audio stuff has lately gotten the videos copy strike with music and sound. So I'm not nothing. I'm gonna go just see. Oh, yes, I forgot about that. This is worth talking about. Thank you. Sam Neill joins Monsterverse. Verse. Here we go. That one made me happy. That one I was like, dude, no way. So here we have it. Legendary's upcoming Monsterverse film expands its cast with Sam Neill. Funny enough, this morning I was literally watching Jurassic Park 3. Was making my breakfast with my lady, and it was on TV, and I was like, I like Jurassic Park 3. Sam Neill is great in those movies. And now he's gonna be great looking at Kong and Godzilla. Going, oh. I can't think of any Sam Neill lines from Jurassic Park. I can only think of Clever Girl, which is the first movie. But no, I'm happy that he's going to be included in there. His man is already very familiar with giant prehistoric looking animals. I wonder what role he'll play, if he'll be a villain, a good guy, or not. He needs a small redemption after Dominion unfortunately did him a little bit wrong. Yeah. Alan. Oh, yeah. Alan. Oh, Godzilla better look at him and go, Alan. Thank you. You just gave me an idea for a cringy intro whenever we talk about this movie. That'll be good. Godzilla confirmed to speak English. Alan. That'll be good. That'll be good. All right, good stuff. Let's go into these viewer submitted questions now and dive in, because Papa's got stuff to do, unfortunately, later today. DJ Cliffer says, hope you're doing well. Got to watch Gaslight District pilot and really enjoy it. The animation, great. The art style gives me Tim Burton vibes, and the violence is brutal. Highly recommend. Oh yeah, yeah. You made me watch the trailer the other day, and I thought it did look really nice. I appreciate you recommending that to us. The Muffin Boy says, "What are your thoughts on the final Thunderbolts trailer and new poster?" It's great. I'll be honest with you, I did not watch the new Thunderbolts trailer because I'm already sold on the movie and I feel like they've already shown enough of it. I kind of want to be surprised with the rest. I think as far as the new poster goes, it's good. I don't know how much people actually care about the asterisk. I feel like they were hoping the asterisk would be so much more enticing throughout the marketing, but it feels like we kind of are just thinking it's going to be called Dark Avengers or something like that by the end of the film. And with there being the fan screenings that are coming out on the 22nd, which whoa, your boy was lucky enough to grab a ticket for, thank goodness. Oh, you're going to find out that night because it's a fan screening. It's not critics or press. So it's going to be also the post-credit scene, all the big surprises of Thunderbolts. They're going to be on the internet Tuesday night on the 22nd because it's a fan screening. So people are just going to not care at all, record the screen. It's just the world we live in. So if you actually care about Thunderbolts, you don't want to know what the asterisk is because it won't happen until the end of the movie. You don't want to know the post-credits, anything like that. Stay off the internet after Tuesday because, again, fan screenings, they're just going to reveal everything. If it was only press screenings, those people would at least keep it to themselves and whatnot. Sinners was amazing. Currently my favorite film of 2025. Agreed. Mine too. Born Again was great. That death was brutal. Thunderbolts is doing early screenings. Confidence. It is crazy that they're doing it just for the fans and stuff like that. So that's insane. But yeah, all those statements, agree. I Love Movie says, bro, you were not kidding about that scene in Born Again finale. Not gonna lie, it looked like it came from Smile to No Cap. I told you, I was shocked. I wish I was recording my reaction when that came out, but I was just like seeing Fisk crush that head, and I was like, okay, that's pretty bloody, pretty nice. And then when it just cut to like, I was like, what? It was. I've never seen anything like that in a Marvel MCU project, and it sucks. I feel bad for the Moon Knight fans because they were all hoping that the show would be that bloody for Moon Knight, but they didn't do it. And now for Daredevil, they're just like, screw it, we're going all in, baby. The Muffin Boy says, in case you forgot, you still haven't followed me on Letterboxd. It's Biggie Films on the Biggie. Okay, well, yeah, I'll screenshot it here, and I'll see. Make your Letterboxd name more unique next time, buddy. I Love Movie says, as everyone knows, Taskmaster is going to die in Thunderbolts. It's no surprise. That would be a surprise if she actually lives. I'm starting to think she actually does live. No joke, because so many people were already commenting about how much Taskmaster was not in the trailers and certain scenes that by the time they came out with the second trailer, scenes where we knew Taskmaster was in, they had removed her. So it feels now like they're playing into that stuff and Taskmaster could still be alive. I don't know. I'm at the point now where it's like they're making it so obvious she's dead. I'm feeling she's alive. The Muffin Boy says, with Ryan Gosling joining Star Wars Starfighter, do you think the fresh cast can revive the franchise? I think if they do go, because that's another thing, is brand new characters, right? And with Ryan Gosling, and it's ahead in the universe, not going backwards or any prequel stuff. I feel like it could be something. I still would like to know more about what it's gonna be like, and what like the premise basically. A starfighter makes it sound like it's some sort of pilot thing, um right, because a starfighter usually is one of those shippy planes, right? I don't know much Star Wars. You guys gonna have to fill me in on that, but it could, if it's good, it'll do something for the franchise. I just think right now they've gotten into the spot where they've oversaturated. I don't think people care all that much. If they make an awesome movie, oh, then all problems are solved right then and there, and keep going until they get to their next bad movie. It's kind of how it goes. Gonna watch Sinners in IMAX with my mom. Can't wait. Ooh, it's a good movie to watch with your mother. Every time Haley Steinfeld talks, I want you to just do one of these to your mom. Just do it. Just do it. I Love Movie says, me and a group of classmates are working on a short film about a stalker who kidnaps a popular girl, but later saves her in order to be known as a hero. Now, see, ideas come from personal thoughts, personal experiences. Are you fantasizing as the stalker or the hero? Because now I'm worried for the popular girl in your actual school. Gonna submit this for police evidence later. Okay. What do you think we get in the first teaser for Avatar 3 and Zootopia 2? I think the Zootopia 2 one will come with Elio. When is Elio coming out? I don't remember, but or at least the next big family movie that they have up and coming. That's when we'll be getting, I think, Zootopia 2. As far as Avatar 3, honestly, maybe not till Fantastic Four. When Fantastic Four comes around, I think that's then where they would want to do um the Avatar 3 trailer because it's still too early. It's coming out in December, right? So yeah, kind of a bit away. Sorry, I'm trying to pull up the other chat going on here so I can also see what the regular people are saying. All right, good stuff. Good stuff. Oh, Lilo and Stitch. You're right. Lilo, it's probably with Lilo and Stitch. Zootopia 2, Lilo and Stitch. Thank you. That's why I need the regular chat here and not just the super chats. Good stuff. I don't know about Freaky Friday, but Lilo and Stitch, probably Zootopia 2 trailer. Avatar 3, I'm gonna go with Fantastic Four. I'm gonna go with the week of the Fantastic Four around that time. My Fantastic Four theory is that they use negative zone quantum realm to escape their dying planet, and that's how they end up in a mainline 616 universe. Yeah, I am curious about the negative zone because now we have so many zones or realms, right? We have the negative zone, we have the quantum realm, we have whatever realm Doctor Strange went into at the end of his movie. They need to differentiate themselves, right? They need to be different. If every realm you can just somehow time travel, well, that's not good. So, quantum realm is the time travel world, right? Let's say the negative zone then is that would make sense because it's the time. Negative represents there is nothing there. So it's kind of like the space in between spaces. So it would be kind of cool if the negative zone ended up being the space in between multiverses. That could maybe work, right? And then the whatever magic world Doctor Strange goes into and whatnot. Okay, I'm good. The void. Yeah, we also got the void coming in too. But it's a good theory. I see. Do you know Until Dawn releases Friday? Is it this Friday? Oh, I didn't know if it was this Friday. Let me see. Until Dawn. I haven't even got. Have I gotten my screening for that yet? Did I miss it or something? April 25th. Whoa, lordy! I gotta check my inbox because I should have an Until Dawn screening, Melody. Oh, dang, that makes me worried. Then Sinners was absolute cinema. Agreed. Agreed. Hey, Chris, I'm seeing Revenge of the Sith for its 20th anniversary at AMC next week, which has frighteningly become more relevant in today's political world. You have turned against me. I hate you. That movie's peak. It's probably like the only one I remember the most. That's probably like my childhood Star Wars movie, because I didn't actually watch the original Star Wars films until Force Awakens was coming out. So I was 19 when I first saw all three of the original Star Wars. Because I'm telling you, the hype around Force Awakens was unreal. Someone who could care less about Star Wars, I felt that insane hype and how the world was ready. I was bandwagoning, okay? I'll admit it. I wanted to be part of that hype. And I enjoyed Force Awakens when that came out. But anyways, Revenge of the Sith, I do remember watching when that came out, and those scenes were peak with Anakin. You have turned against me. Ah! All right. Him looks crazy. Yeah, it does look crazy. It does look crazy. Did you see that people set off fireworks at Minecraft? You fell for some false information, my friend. I did see that, but it wasn't for the Minecraft movie. Let me see if I can pull it up. It's actually happened years ago, and it wasn't even in the US. Let me see. Minecraft fireworks. Let's see here if I could. Yeah, this right here. This wasn't the mine. Yeah, there we go. There's even an here. This is not 2025 Minecraft movie. This is a showing of the Indian film Tiger 3 in 2023 at Mohan Cinema in a different country. So this was actually for a showing of a movie called Tiger 3, it's a very popular, I think, Bollywood movie and whatnot. So that's for that. This isn't for the Minecraft. Look insane. I can't believe that was even happening anywhere. But hey, I'd believe it. I'd believe it with all the crazy stuff they've been doing. Let's see what we got. Chris, what's your favorite Nacho Libre line? Oh, dude. Hang on. Someone said I might have missed their super chat. No, so far I've gotten all of them. Okay. Let me just go back. All right. My favorite Nacho Libre line? Oh, dude. So many. So many. Where do I even begin? Oh, these are my recreation clothes. Oh no, it was a stinky. Get that coat out of my face. Or when he's singing, singing at the party. We're having a good time at the party. I want to win. Go away. Read some books. Good stuff. I love all the lines there. You know what? I guess uh Jared Hess just has a knack for catchy lines. Because I'm thinking about like Napoleon Dynamite also has a ton of just like random weird lines. I think he has a gift for like memeable lines that people love, like chicken jockey, Flint, and all that stuff. It worked. It got a ton of attention to Minecraft. So I can only imagine like the second movie and how all that stuff. NPC Chris chat. What does that even mean? But Nacho Libre is great. Nacho Libre is great. Chris looked like Nacho Libre. I know. Look, little kiss, little hug, big kiss, little kiss. I like that. Have you seen Warfare? I have not yet. I haven't gotten around. There's actually a lot of things I want to watch that I've just fallen behind on. I'm trying to stick to the bigger movies of when I have time. I want to see Warfare. I want to see The Accountant 2. There was something else that came out that I want to see Sinners again. Not even kidding. But a lot of the IMAX screenings are sold out, and that's where I want to rewatch it. So I have to wait to get a good screening for that. There was another thing that came out that I was like, I need to watch that, but I forgot what. But yeah, I heard good stuff. I heard good stuff. Jared Bear sends in some love. Thank you so much. Save your TNT for another day. Save your flint and steel for another day. Probably saying that melody all wrong. When Superman and Wicked trailer. Well, I mean, I don't think we're getting a Superman trailer now for a while, probably another month because they just released that behind the scenes. Wicked trailer. Ooh, buddy. End of May? I don't even know when it comes out. I'm not sure. 3C, I appreciate you so much. Your videos always help me through depression. Hey, man, we all get a little sad. I get a little sad. I know, I look at sometimes my analytics or I get caught up in the competition of other creators that I love and respect, but I want to be the one. I want to be the best that ever was. Like no one ever was. I forget the rest of the Pokemon lyrics, but I get it, man. We all get it, man. The good thing is seek friends, seek family, or entertainment, or drink a little drinky drink. It helps me. Oh, Jared Bear says, can you please talk about Cheech and Chong? I don't have much knowledge on Cheech and Chong, unfortunately. And the only knowledge I have is the one thing Chung had in Spy Kids where he ripped his mustache and said, I'm not your uncle. That devastated me as a child. Nice to uncle. Run away from him. Coast Fallen says, do you think Matt Reeves will be replaced for Batman 2 and gets delayed again? I've been holding back on talking on the Batman 2 stuff just because, again, the little whispers that are going around, which I'm not confirming, denying. I don't know anything. You guys know. I'm just a guy that sees the same stuff online. But from the little like chatter and buzz I'm seeing from people online, people are like heavily implying that like Matt Reeves might be sick, might be, ill. And that's also one of the reasons he's taking a while with the Batman Part 2. And if that's the case, well, I don't want to be on the internet going, where is it, Matt? I need it. And then the news story comes out. Matt Reeves leaves the project over sickness. I'm like, okay, well, then it's not that serious. Then I hope you get better, Matt Reeves. But we'll see, man, because, again, it's just crazy. 2027. What a long wait. But, hey, I'm going to let Matt cook because when it comes out, I know it's going to be great. And, yeah, we'll see. Did you know Batman Beyond had a private screening? I don't know about this. What's this? Batman Beyond private screening. Batman Beyond private screening. I have never heard of this. What's this? Let's see. It's okay. Is this yesterday? Oh, okay. This is a fan film though, buddy. Which it does look cool. I think there's like some stuff online, but this isn't an official Warner Brothers movie. It's not in James Gunn's universe, and it's not that animated Batman movie that got pitched to them. This is just a fan who made his own Batman fan film, And yeah, but I mean, looks cool, but it's not official WB stuff. So yeah, good for them though. That's still an accomplishment. That's still an accomplishment. But I would know right away. I've been dying for a Batman Beyond movie, man. Remember the 2010 and 12 Piranha movies? I do. I remember going to seeing them in cinemas. Piranha 3D. Those movies were just crazy. I liked them. They were dumb and stupid, but I liked them. I thought they were really fun. I went to go see them when those came out. Maybe one day I'll review them on the channel, but I liked them. I thought they were funny. I had a weird dream this morning where there was a Wicked-esque play about Buzz and Zurg, and it was called Buzzed. Hmm. So, okay, if it's Wicked-esque, so Zurg is technically the misunderstood good guy, and Buzz is the Glinda, right? The evil person. I'd be down to see that story. I like Zurg. Maybe it's just a father wanting to rekindle his love with his son. Could be cool. Fantastic Four, first goon. No, not the first one. Any Transformers news? No, dude. It's I hate to say it. I don't know if Transformers 1 might have killed the Transformers franchise for a little bit. That movie was great and it was really well received. I still don't know if they're going to move forward making the second anime Transformers movie, but even then it's gone so deadly silent on the live action Transformers film where they're supposed to bring in the GI Joes. I wonder if they're just again afraid to oversaturate it and they're like, let's just take a break. Let's just see what happens. Thoughts on Hell of a Summer with Finn Wolfhard? It seemed did that already come out? There, maybe that was the other movie I was thinking about. Hell of a Summer. Hell of a Summer. When was the release date on that? It seemed interesting. But oh, it already came out April 4th. I saw he was doing viral videos with the Rizzler. I was like, oh, that's one way to market your movie. I still have not seen it though. Any movie you refuse to watch, like how Tarantino refused to watch Toy Story 4 because of 3 had a finale. I don't know if refused to watch, that feels sometimes so petty and whatnot. Like the only time I actually respected somebody and they made a genuine good argument when they're like, I refuse to watch this. You guys remember what's it? Was it? Is it video game nerd Ghostbusters? It was the time Video Game Nerd made the video about the 2016 Ghostbuster movie. And this is like the only time I truly respected and I understood his opinion, because if you weren't around during the 2016 Ghostbuster movie, oh my god, it was hellfire. It was explosion of craziness because they had turned all Ghostbusters into females. And this is what I mean now. When it's like, I get like if you're well, no, I don't get it. If you're upset like about female Silver Surfer, right? Or if you're upset about like them changing Little Mermaid, Haley Bailey, or things like that, I feel like yes, there is a way for you to criticize or show your disappointment with that without sounding like an a-hole racist. And I think James did an amazing video capturing that sentiment as a fan, where he's like, I don't care that they're girls. I care that it looks like this is just not being treated with love, that they're not they're disrespecting the brand I loved and respect. Like he brought up so many great points that it's like, this isn't someone coming from a place of hate. This is coming from a fan who's disappointed. And I was like, this is a really good video and whatnot. And I wish we would get more thought-provoking things like that than what you saw at the end of the Toy Story 5 topic, if you were here for that. That's the kind of stuff that I think is just like sick and disgusting in the internet. But as far as me, anything like I refuse to watch, I don't know. Because like, oh, there we go. That was the movie I want to see Magazine Dreams. I've heard really outstanding things about it, but hey, I don't have a. But I guess I've been conflicted to go watch it because of the Jonathan Majors stuff. Like I'm trying to separate the art from the artist, and I don't condone anything that Jonathan Majors did. But I seen the people who see it and they talk about how great his performance was and how good of a movie it is. And it sucks that, you know, someone doing horrible things in their real life has now affected what turned out to be a great movie and whatnot. So I still think I'm going to see Magazine Dreams. I don't know, man. I think you'd have to do something horrible, like I don't know, you slaughtered children or you ate them, and then I'd be like, oh, well, then I don't know if I want to see the movie they starred in, you know. But other than that, I'm down to watch. Oh, no, I'm not even gonna bring that up. It's just a whole can of worms. But yeah. So no, I wouldn't say there's really anything like that. Anything like that. Uh, Ryan says, "Have you watched the first episode of The Last of Us season 2 yet? And have you played the second game it's based on?" Yes, I've played the first game twice, played the second game once. Enjoy it as a whole. I thought about maybe doing an episode on the first like a review recap thing. It was kind of a somber episode. I really liked it, and I thought it was interesting the direction they decided to open it up in, and they're really switching around the way you find out about what's going to happen to Joel and all this stuff, and it's unique, it's different. I liked it. I'm willing to see where it goes. It definitely feels like the calm before the storm. My main thing I'm wondering is, do they do the Joel thing early on in the season? Are they going to like stretch it to the last episode and do it there? That's the kind of stuff I'm curious about. But no, yeah, I thought it was still a great episode. It was nice to see all those characters back, but I was also kind of just wanting a little bit more, you know, just more stuff. Let's see here. Any updates on Christopher Nolan's Odyssey other than like set photos that we've been getting of the movie? Not really, but I don't really want to take too much a look at those set photos either because I'm sure it's all going to look great once the movie's done. So no, not much. I guess it's just going to be a quiet game until we start getting some marketing for the film come, I don't know, 8 months, 7 months. Chris, I feel like the Predator franchise is thriving right now. Dan Trachtenberg feels like the savior, and you can really feel his passion. Yeah, he's someone, again, who's a fan, and he also understands you can't just be repeating the formula, doing the same thing. So the things that he's brought to the franchise feel so refreshing. Like, it's 3 projects that he's brought in, and all of them are saving the Predator franchise right now. Because before his 3 projects, I was not even excited for a new Predator movie anymore. But Prey brought it back to basics, did a really cool story that should have gone to theaters, but whatever. His animated movie that he's doing, the Predator Killer of Killers, such a great concept for a movie, cool animation, and having samurais and World War II soldiers, all that. And now this other Predator movie, Badlands, where the main character is a predator. Wait, but he's been outcasted from his clan and they're like on an alien planet. It's like, dude, yes, we're doing refreshing, fun things in this universe. Yeah, he's saving it. Corky says to Ingunity and beyond. That's a good one. That's a good one. Any updates on Mike Flanagan's Exorcist reboot? None so far. He's been making movements on his Life of Chuck movie. A trailer came out for that recently. I know he's moving forward now with his Carrie TV show. I think the thing I remember hearing is that what I did. Oh, dude, I wish I could look it up. If I it's gonna take me too long to try and find it. I think I saw a scooper mention that there is kind of a battle with the studio on his direction because it's apparently very scary, very like, I don't know, it's just very graphic. And I'm like, dude, let him do what he wants. What you guys did in that last movie, mm-mm. So he has a pretty interesting direction, but there's some butting of heads on what he's trying to do there. Oh yeah, and he has the Clayface movie that he wrote, which he's kind of already done there because he wrote it, and he's like, all right, go make it now. We don't know if he could direct it though. He could. Michael Thompson says, "Hey Chris, what do you think? Who do you think would win in a fight? Shrek from Shrek 1 or Shrek from Shrek 2? I think Shrek from Shrek 1 because Shrek from Shrek 2 is now a little softy. He's now in love. He likes donkey. He was getting pushed around by his father-in-law. Shrek 1 was freaking killing people with his farts. All the soldiers of Lord Farquaad. I think Shrek 1 would win. He still had that mean ogre energy in him. Biggest fear? Mine are sharks, women, and your basement. I don't even have a basement, buddy. I got a room just for you, buddy. Sharks are for sure. I guess on that note, oceans, like just the ocean in general, hate it. Don't want to do it. I'm scared of whatever's in there. My mind, anytime I'm in an ocean or a beach, my mind just pictures some sort of shark or creature coming at me already. So oceans, that's definitely one. I would say what other things? Spiders do scare me. I'm pretty frightened. Spiders and snakes, those are big ones. Sometimes I'll have a dream about a spider or a snake, and it'll actually like truly scare me and terrify me. Uh, that someone said women, but yeah, that's about it. That's about it for me. I need Spidey and Born Again, please, Sonny, dude. It would be so nice. No, I just need Daredevil in a Spider-Man movie, dude, with Kingpin, played by Vincent D'Onofrio. The Spider of New York must be taken care of. Vanessa, Adam, you smashed my Vanessa. Adventures with Parker and Dad. Any news on Spider-Man? Brand new day. Ooh, dude. If there is, you know I'm jumping on that news immediately. But as of right now, there has not been. There has not been any news. I think we should get like some more casting announcements. They got Sadie Sink in there, and I think we're gonna get a handful of other brand new characters. So should be more cast announcements to come. Critic A says, if Marvel had Elseworld like DC, not like What If, but Elseworld, what would you want to see as a movie? Deadpool kills the Marvel universe. Okay, stories like that. I would love to see a superior Iron Man movie. You could even just have it like follow similar events to the Iron Man trilogy, do it all in one film, but it's, Iron Man taking the steps that lead him evil, so a superior Iron Man movie would have been cool. I'm trying to think of other story, because like Marvel doesn't have a lot of like Elseworld what ifs in the comics that I can think of. DC has a ton, like with Red Sun or like that. They even did like a Batman movie where he's like an Aztec warrior and whatnot, or Batman where he's like freaking fighting Jack the Ripper and Dracula, things like that. I'm trying to think of like what else. I'm not a big fan of Superior Spider-Man storyline. I know people like that one, but I don't know, man. I guess I'd be willing to see it if it's a one-off movie, right? Oh, Spider-Man 2099, you're right. I would like that. And Elseworld, just him, no multiverse shenanigans. Just a future movie. Marvel Zombies, I guess you're right. That would be cool, but just actually R-rated. I'm like, it's crazy that they announced that Marvel Zombie show like 4 or 5 years ago, and still no idea when that thing's happening. No idea. Nick Figures says, I got a question, Chris. Do vacuum quantum fluxions imply the ontological instability of fundamental fields in quantum field theory? You insulting me, buddy? I understood 3 words of that sentence, and one of them isn't even Chris. There you go. Eli G. Lopez says, I personally know Delroy Lindo. Oh, I see him almost every day shopping at Whole Foods Market store here in Berkeley, California. I work there too. He's super nice. Oh, dude, he seems like a really cool dude. He was a great part of Sinners. That must be nice. What does he buy? Let us know his grocery items. Wonka Atreides. That's a good name. Do you think American films will take hits abroad? Somewhat. I mean, we're definitely becoming the laughing stock of the world right now. I don't know what could possibly be doing that, though. I'm very oblivious to that. But hey, when we make cinema, we make cinema, all right? When Fast and Furious 11 comes out, the world will no longer make fun of us. They will sit there and go, family, oh, oh. Do you think Ned will become the Hobgoblin? It would be cool if they pay that off. They have the perfect setup there now that Ned is no longer aware of who Peter Parker is, their friendship. If they somehow re-meet and like Peter has to interact with MJ and Ned again, but as like brand new and friends this time around, it would be really interesting if Ned just like doesn't like Peter and he's like, I don't like this kid. Something's off about him. Something's weird. And then he just ends up becoming Hobgoblin and whatnot. I think that would be cool if they actually did it. I think it would be cool. Mo sends in a super sticker. Thank you so much. Let's see. Which heroes do you think will be part of Daredevil's team in Spider-Man 2? I'm hoping Moon Knight. You have slandered his name for too long, Chris. I like the Moon Knight character, but I don't know. I just was hoping more from the show. You know what's funny about that, buddy, is you saw Daredevil's team. So I don't know what you're talking about. He has his team there. Daredevil team ending. Let me see if I can pull it up. I was that the first time I saw the show and that happened, I was a little disappointed when he walks into the room and goes, "I need to put a team together." And I was like, "Oh, Spider-Man, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, Iron Fist. What are y'all doing here? That's your team." So unless Josie's going to put on the Moon Knight suit, I don't think we're getting the Defenders. Which does kind of suck, man. You're just like, that's your team. Okay. Okay. But I would love like Luke Cage. Luke Cage for sure. Reed Jackson Media says thoughts on Ugly Stepsister. DM'd you some info. Yes, I'll get to it, Reed. Just been kind of busy right now. But there is this movie that people have been hyping up. You know, lately I've just kind of stopped talking about the fairy tale movies just because there's so many of them. It's not even interesting anymore. But there is a new one that came out that people are actually loving, where it's called The Ugly Stepsister, and it has a 96% on Rotten Tomatoes and 79 reviews. This might be one I'll have to check out then. I think I do want to see it then. I know they announced like another Aladdin one. Aladdin horror movie. This was like the latest one they just announced. Let's see. News. Here it is. It's here. Aladdin's latest Disney classic gets a horror treatment. And I guess this is your first look at it. And the plot of this one is a guy finds like a genie lamp and he gets three. Well, you know the plot of Aladdin. What are you talking about? It's basically the three wishes turn to furious. But yeah. Can't wait for Minecraft 2. And Jack Black mentions the recent mobs in Minecraft: the Sniffer, the Warden, the This is an Ender Dragon. It'll be good. Michael Thompson says 3C lore on the origins of Sideflick. I've been thinking about renaming Sideflick. I came up with that name as just, I don't know. I don't know. I needed a better name. If you guys got better name suggestions, let me know, because I want to brand it up a little bit more on the compilation news videos. But I've always wanted to do news videos since the very beginning because I like talking about movie news, and I think it's fun and exciting to get pumped up for a movie, see set photos, see trailers, and all that. But the way I think I named it was like side flick, because it's the side stories to the bigger stuff. Because I would make dedicated videos for big news stories, but then sometimes there were smaller stories I still wanted to talk about, but I knew they wouldn't do well in a one video format. Like if Indiana Jones 5 got announced, or 6 or whatever they're on got announced, probably wouldn't do great as a solo video. But if I pair it up also with the trailer for this horror movie and that, enough people might check it out. 3C News, 3C Flicks, 3C Flicks. I like 3C Flicks. 3C Goon News. Welcome to the Goon. Let's get started. The Goon Log. Welcome to the Goon Log. 3C News. Slap a title. Intro. Side flick. I mean, I'm trying to, I do want to look into like graphic designers and things like that. Maybe do a little intro type of thing. Not too much, but just something there to brand it up a little bit more would be nice. You know, something to get you feeling. I'm still looking for a 3C theme song. I want there to be like a theme or a sound that when you hear it, you're like, oh, that's the 3C jingle. That's goon-tastic. Small flick. Now, why would you call me side goon? What the heck? C3 Films. I get called C3 a lot. Whenever people meet me in person, they accidentally say C3 all the time. I wonder if it's because of C3PO, so they just think that instantly. But I get called C3 Films way more than you think, like a lot. So we'll see. 3C advice for locking in and rizzing up. I don't know if I got the best advice on that. I don't even know if I can give you locking in. I can't lock in. I don't know what it is. Just certain things. Like obviously the channel, I try to lock in. I try to do good there. But like if it comes to eating right, going to the gym, staying away from energy drinks, I can't lock in. I need to grab a popcorn bucket for a video. I will trample 40 small children just to get it. So find what you're passionate about and it'll get you Rizzy. Stuart Elwart says, "Yo, Chris, texting from England, got the 1245 Leprechaun yesterday. You the best." Oh, you were watching the Leprechaun? Ooh, I love that franchise. I hope you enjoyed those. Bro, you still with the energy? I know, I'm sorry. You know what it is though? And I'm not even saying this. I'm legit. I'm not saying this as like a cute thing or like, you know how some people be like, I think I have it. I have ADHD. I have it. Um the reason I found out is because my brother, he has a much more like severe case of it to where he actually takes medicine. Because growing up, he would go to the principal's office every single day because that's how bad he had like the hyper attention one where he's just crazy and whatnot. And if he wasn't on that pill, bro could not behave at school. But anyways, when he was staying with us for a little bit, I would go to his doctor's appointments for all that stuff. And then when it would be listing his things that happened to him, his diagnoses, all this stuff, I'm like, I got all that. And that explains why I can't let these go. It's a stimulant. It's with ADHD minds, the dopamine is locked away. So people with ADHD find something to unlock that door. Some people choose alcohol, drugs, or they do other things. They exercise even, which I'm not gonna choose that. For me, it's an energy drink. I like the way it makes me feel. I like my heart gets pumping. I get excited. It feels nice, but I need to stop because there have been times where my heart gets a little sore, and I'm like, oh, okay. And I'll get those TikTok videos too of people who are like, don't drink them, you'll go to the hospital. So that's all, and that's also why I stopped doing G Fuel ads because I'm like, these are dangerous. I might take in on them, but I'm not. I don't know if I could be always doing it. Yeah, if you have ADHD, that's what will happen. Yeah, same here. I can drink this and then take a nap. It's weird. But yeah, so I don't know. It's just I hate being that person that's like, I have ADHD because sometimes people just say it to say it and they don't actually mean it. Health is wealth. No, that's 100%. Health is wealth. Love you. Yes, it is. And I do want to be better about that because I want to have a long future of just saying the word goon on stream and being here with y'all. Life is precious and we must take care of ourselves. Ben Maskley says, Chris, I'm in, but as an active Star Wars fan, I disagree with those things you say. It's not good. I didn't say it wasn't good anymore. I'm just saying, is the hype still there? There's plenty of things that I think are good, but the hype isn't there anymore. It's still very big, and okay, there we go. It's still very big, and recent shows are very good. Well, I mean, okay, well, like take this for example, Skeleton Crew. That's the first Disney Plus show of Star Wars I've watched since Mandalorian season 2. Everything in between Mandalorian season 2 and Skeleton Crew, I didn't watch. Oh, I did watch Obi-Wan Kenobi. I lied. I liked Obi-Wan Kenobi. But anyways, I thought Skeleton Crew was wonderful. It was a delightful show. It was fun. It didn't get viewed. It had very low views, and now it doesn't look like we're gonna get a season 2 for Skeleton Crew. Doesn't seem like that big of a show. It doesn't seem like that big of a franchise then. Bro missed out on Andor. I don't know why. I'm just like not I don't care to watch Andor. I feel like that's where I do need to be more deep into Star Wars. But hey, I do hear amazing things about Andor. He said people are like, do yourself a favor and watch Andor. Okay. Just got toy napped. Buzz Woody team up for rescue. That seems like a possible idea for Toy Story 5 that maybe Jesse gets like toy napped. And that would be Toy Story 2 again, just reverse. DP69 says, I messaged you. Can you look at it? I just want to talk. What are your thoughts on a Star Wars Fortnite? Honestly, I don't get, because again, I'm not a huge Star Wars guy. It is fun when they pull out the lightsabers and the special abilities. I remember there was one Fortnite season where you could like force push people. That was so much fun because I would push people off mountains and they would die of fall damage. Oh, dude, you guys want to see this crazy thing I did the other day? Oh, I got to show this. This is a Fortnite clip of me. I was so proud of this moment. I couldn't believe it. I got to show this. This is a Fortnite moment from 3C. It was quite possibly my greatest moment. I don't have sound in it, unfortunately. Uh, but let me pull this up. Share screen. Oh gosh. Let me pull it up. Pull it up. Pull it up. I was just so proud. You have to see this, guys. This is gonna make you respect me by 10 more points. I promise you. Okay, share screen and window. There we go. All right. So this was me playing the other day. Oh, there it is. Okay. No sound. Okay, so it's me. I'm playing as Billy the Puppet, going up to these three people, bat away, and all three dead. Woo! I know there's probably a lot of people that have done that, but that was my first time ever doing that, getting 3 kills at once using the bat. I was so proud. I couldn't believe it. I gotta see that again, man. I was so proud of that. I was like, no, stay away. And I just stand there and that was pretty cool, right? Oh, someone said mid. I hate y'all. Why can't you just let me have it? Just mid. Come on, man. I just joined what's happening. What's happening is we're relishing in my Fortnite glory. 2025 and showing Fortnite clips. Crazy. All right, whatever. I still can have fun with the game. But anyways, as you were mentioning and whatnot, Star Wars season, I guess, is fine. I more am interested in let me see here. I'm trying to look for the last place I was. I'm getting more excited for like when they do other things. Like I love the Dragon Ball Z season they did where you could Kamehameha people, the My Hero Academia stuff, or even the Attack on Titan movements. Those were cool. Star Wars seasons, I'm always kind of like, all right. Snap Twitch says you got a cute double chin, so take my money. Hey, thanks, man. This double chin, trying to make it go away. And I know it sometimes doesn't look at it, but it's the angle and the lens I have. This is like the most wide out lens, so it actually makes my face look so much tinier. I think if I put it to regular, you'd see. Hey, what y'all doing here? What y'all doing? Hey, I'm honest with you. I won't be superficial. All right. We got here. Jason Villacho says, do you use any movie theater subscription? Yes, I have. I have both. I have AMC A-list and I have Cinemark rewards. And you know, I love Cinemark. Cinemark is my favorite preferred theater, but AMC A-list is just too good not to have. Like it's just great. Even though I don't enjoy going to AMC. One, I use AMC A-list just because it lets me cut the line in the preferred line thing where and whatnot, and that's been very handy when I go to press screenings since all the press screenings are at AMC. So I get to cut the line, and that way I could be right back in my seat ready for my movie. But also, you know, the 3 movies a week thing they do or a month or whatever is very you earn your money back on the A-list subscription without a doubt. The Cinemark one, the reason I have that one because it's only one free ticket a month. That's Cinemark. Come on now. I love y'all, but come on. But the real reason is because it's 20% off on concessions. So, and I do see a noticeable like difference. I'll go because when I go large popcorn, drink, candy, a pizza. I wish I was lying. That's not an exaggeration. I'll sit there with all that and all that together with the 20% off. That's like $15 saved. It's like, oh, let's do it. Let's do it. So, yeah. The Bella Ramsey hate is disgusting. Great actress. Yeah, it just sucks how some people are being so awful with that. I still think she's pretty much in line with how Ellie was. People are acting like Ellie didn't have her teenage girl out moments, and the way she's acting in the show is just how Ellie acted also in the games, but whatevs. Southside Fresh Prince says, if you got a call to be a side character in a horror movie but had to be killed off by any iconic character of your choice, who would it be and how would you want to be killed off? Oh, it'd be a Nightmare on Elm Street. I would want to be killed by Freddy Krueger, just in some crazy nightmare sequence where I don't know, I could be like on a movie set making my own movie and then Freddy Krueger comes out and just takes my heart out and does something. I don't know, something crazy. If not Freddy Krueger, I think Ghostface would be kind of cool because I don't know, I get scared of Ghostface. Like, I still, no lie, every time I come into my studio, I look at the feet of my little Ghostface because I feel like if an intruder came in, he could be hiding there and I wouldn't even know it. Like, don't you think that would happen in a movie? There's a guy who has this Ghostface mannequin, and one day it's an actual Ghostface. Every time I come into my studio, I look at that feet and I go, okay, it's still a mannequin. The day it's not, oh, no 3C upload that day. Someone said not Chucky. Old Chucky, yes. New Chucky, I don't even know. It'd be too goofy of a kill. Archangel says, hey, Chris, hope you're doing good. Well, I'm doing good, Archangel. Thank you. We got here, Christian Griffin says, Agent Venom is reportedly in development. Yeah, maybe. I don't know, honestly. They keep saying that. We heard there was an R-rated animated Venom movie. No word on that. An Agent Venom movie. Maybe, but no word on that. So I think they really want to start using Venom, though, in the Tom Holland movies. So maybe not. Chris, you should watch Ip Man. I have watched Ip Man. I don't think I ever saw the third one where he like fights Mike Tyson, believe it or not. But I did watch the first two Ip Man, and I liked it. Very good stuff. TV Mamoni sending some love. Thank you. Did you hear Happy Death Day 3 might come back? Yes, we talked about it on the channel in one of the side flicks recently. I'm not the biggest fan of the Happy Death Day movies. I like the first one enough. The second one completely lost me. So I don't know. I hope if they lean back into the horror side of things, I'm into Happy Death Day 3. Let's see here. Have you seen the first episode of The Last of Us? Yes. And I liked it. I did think it was, a somber, cool start, just kind of throwing us into things. I am interested in the way they're rearranging some of the story elements and letting the audience know what is coming. Because I thought that was kind of surprising. I thought they would kind of play into it just happening and shocking people who didn't know about it, but looks like they're not going to do that. Weezer movie. I did see this pop up and I was like, "Ooh, okay." So I'm not going to say I'm like the most knowledgeable Weezer fan. I do like some Weezer songs. Pretty good music, but they have a movie where Keanu Reeves, is going to be the bad guy. It says Keanu Reeves has been cast as the villain in a Weezer movie. The film will be a mockumentary style described as a cross between Scott Pilgrim versus the World and Weird Al Yankovic the Story. Okay, yeah. I'm into more crazy biopics. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. The Robbie Williams one, where he's a monkey, didn't translate into box office dollars, but it was unique and different. But also the Lego Pharrell Williams movie didn't do that well, but it was a unique, different approach on a biography. This is another one. And the Weird Al movie, people did like, but it went straight to streaming. So there was hard to tell how big of a hit that could have been, right? So yeah. Trying something different. Why not? Johan Bunny says, what is it about Star Wars that doesn't appeal to you that much? Have you seen the Clone Wars show Peak? Also, how come you never make full Invincible reviews on the main channel? All hell King Seppi. I don't as far as like the Invincible reviews and stuff, I guess honestly, you and me, for real, de verdad. Sometimes I just want to enjoy stuff. Like I feel like I could make Invincible stuff, but it would just be so repetitive. And this was great. This was enjoyable. I had fun. This was nice. Unless I'm adding in something of like I read the comics and I'm pointing out Easter eggs and differences from the comic and what they've changed out. I don't know if I'm adding something new to the conversation other than talking about just how much I like the episode. And then sometimes it's just nice to watch something for enjoyment as opposed to knowing, I got to make content about it. That kind of always taints some stuff for me. So I don't know, sometimes these review shows that like shows I'm interested in and I want to be in the know of, sometimes I just want to watch them without having the pressure of like, I got to make something about this. Like when The Last of Us season 2 wraps up, I'll probably make like a clip thing on the clip channel during a live stream. And I did do a clip review of Invincible, but I don't know. Sometimes it's just nice to be able to enjoy something without the pressure of like, I gotta formulate thoughts and opinions and well construct them into edit a video. I don't know, stuff like that. But as far as the Star Wars, it's just honestly, it's just a preference thing. It's a thing where it's like, I totally get why people love this. I see it and I go, yeah, I can understand why. It's such a vast, big open world. To me, I didn't realize why until someone described it as Star Wars isn't sci-fi, it's fantasy. And I was like, okay, that's why I don't like it. I'm not a big fantasy guy. Things like Lord of the Rings, Star Wars, which fantasy. I just medieval stuff, Game of Thrones. Like for some reason, none of that appeals to me or interests me. Like I can watch it and be like, this is good, but it never like builds up like a passionary hype thing in me where I'm like, the only movie that actually did that, and this isn't exaggerating or being funny, The Last Jedi. When I was watching The Last Jedi, I was like so into it. I was like, whoa, like the scenes with Kylo Ren and Daisy Ridley, where he's like, "Come with me." And I was genuinely thinking, like, "Oh my god, that would be awesome if she just does turn, she goes there's like, stop holding back." Like all that I thought was great. There's stuff about The Last Jedi that I understand why people hate, but I ended up going like, dude, that was awesome. That was so subversive and different. And turns out that's the movie most Star Wars fans hate. And I'm like, what? That was cool. Um, but anyways, so it's just a preference thing. Like I like some of it, like I now enjoy it. But I don't know. I guess it's just the fantasy aspect of it all that I'm just not that drawn to. Just me. Just me. So people say How to Train Your Dragon is a fantasy movie. Yes and no, because How to Train Your Dragon, the only fantastical element of that are dragons. And I can kind of correlate that with like a dinosaur, where like, dinosaurs were real. So I know dragons weren't, but like I don't think that's that big of a stretch to be like, okay, now dinosaurs with wings and Vikings. And if they started throwing in, like weird magic-y, loopy stuff and all things, maybe I would be, but I don't know. The story is grounded enough where it doesn't feel fantasy-esque to me, where it feels like I can get into it. Just again, my opinion. Just again, my opinion. All right. Elliot says, "How do you do your thumbnails?" Oh, my thumbnails, I do them all on an app, believe it or not. I use this app. You could see the one Bizart, the one in the middle. Let me see if I can. Is it? Oh, it's because my face is still there. We go. The pink one in the middle. This one. Bizart. This one. This is the one I use. I think it is. There's a free version and a subscription version, but I literally just do all my editing and thumbnails on there. It is so much easier for me. I know a lot of people do their thumbnails like on Photoshop on their desktops and whatnot. To me, I think it's smarter to do your thumbnails on a phone because most views come from people watching on mobile. And so making a thumbnail on a phone, you see what it's going to look like that. Because I see sometimes people, they make these very detailed, crazy thumbnails, but once then you shrink it and then you see it on a phone, you can't even make out all those great details and whatnot. So yeah, and it's user friendly for unk like me. I'm not super tech savvy and whatnot. So yeah, that's where I be doing most of my stuff on there. Let's see. We got here. Do you think RDJ Doctor Doom would be in Fantastic Four? It feels like he might be, but I am hoping Robert Downey Jr. is not the Doctor Doom of that Fantastic Four universe. I would not like. I would love it if their Fantastic Four had their own Doctor Doom that maybe hasn't shown up yet, or what's going on. But I do think Doom has to show up in some sort of capacity. But I would hope it's like through a multiverse thing where he like just steps into their world or something. I don't know, but I kind of don't hope I really hope RDJ isn't the Doctor Doom of that Fantastic Four. I'm fine with him as being the villain and having the movies, but I hope he's like a Doctor Doom from like some world we don't know, 3C Film and Cinemasker collab would be awesome. Oh, I'd love to. You know what? I watch Cinemasker more for his movie reviews than his video game stuff, because every Halloween he would do like Monster Madness, and he would just like, for him, he made me really appreciate the old Universal monster movies. He would do videos on like The Mummy, Invisible Man, Frankenstein, Vampire, Dracula, and like that stuff made me more appreciative of that kind of stuff and his passion. He does videos on Godzilla too, so good stuff on there. Mario says, when we get in 3C food review again, I was hoping during the Minecraft movie meals, but unfortunately, that didn't happen. There is going to be another movie tie-in that I can't say much because I had to sign an NDA. I'll give you hints though. There is a movie tie-in coming up for a kind of big movie this year. It looks like it's going to be a burger collab, and it is with one of the big chains. And they wanted me to do a video like promoting it, and they wanted me to fly to Miami and do all this kind of stuff. And then they ended up messaging me going, "Never mind, we're not going to do it anymore." And I was like, "Oh, okay." But I'm thinking it's still coming. It's not a comic book movie, I will say that. So it's not like for Fantastic Four, Superman, or Thunderbolts. Well, it can't be for Thunderbolts, it's already coming. It should be for the United States, because sometimes they do these burger collabs and they're like Mexico only or UK only. Feels like it's going to be in the US. But when that movie, I think I'll definitely do it. I don't know how I would do like the costume for that movie, because it's gonna be a little hard one. But that one is gonna have a food review tie-in. So maybe we do that, or whatever else comes out. Whatever else comes out. So we'll see. That's all I can say. I don't want to get sued. I don't want to get sued. 3C lore on Disney World. I didn't get to go to Disney much as a kid. I love my parents, and they gave me a great life, and they let me love movies a lot, but unfortunately they didn't make the most money in the world. So most of our vacations were to Oklahoma, camping in Oklahoma, driving 18 hours to Florida and the beaches, which was fun. That's how I saw the first like 3 Rocky movies, was on a road trip to Florida, just watching them on a TV in the car back with a portable disc. And whatnot. So I didn't get to go to Disney and all that much. And it's so funny you say that, because I'm actually going to Disney in like 10 days. Because my lady and I have never been to Disney World. I've been to Disneyland. But that's about it. But yeah, it's a place I want to go. I will say though, I feel like I have more fun at Universal. Nothing against Disney, like them or whatnot, but I just feel like, I don't know, there's more things I enjoy at Universal than at Disney. I feel like Disney is more if I had a kid and it'd be like, look, it's Mickey. I don't know. And someone say, I'm going to find you. Oh my God. Space Cat Studio says, how you feel about making a Superman merch video? Oh, I'm definitely considering it. I definitely think I am, especially with all the Superman merch coming out. Definitely in the cards. And I have a few ideas, so hopefully I can get that down. Dono 9397 sends in some love. Thank you so much. Jack Sparrow, Marvel Zombies comes out October. Oh, does it come out this year? Okay, then I need me a trailer or something. I did not know that's when it was coming. Sorry, just texting back somebody. Let's see here. Daredevil X Background Cop number 3 is gonna be peak. Yes, I agree. 3, what is that? Like, what do you mean? You witnessed the lore. 3C lore on Chicken Jockey? You guys saw all the lore. I don't know what other lore I could feed you about that. Let's see here. Any advice for a 21 boy who is in college who's in college last year? I mean, just stick with it. I did drop out, but it's just because I don't know. I just didn't feel passionate about what I was doing. I felt like I would really regret whatever career path I went, and I just went with my passion. I mean, you're young now. I definitely think give it a shot. I don't know if it's content creation what you want to do, but if it is, give it a shot, especially like on TikTok. It makes it so much easier to get your voice out there. I'd say there's no harm in trying. College will always be there, just might be a little bit more expensive. But I mean, just dale ganas, ponte las pilas, as my father would say. DJ Cleffer says, I have ADHD and autism. You're the coolest person I know, DJ. You're the coolest person I know. Okay. Mr. J says, hey, Chris, are you or have you checked out Warfare? No, I really do want to. I hear great things about it. I just haven't had the chance to. But I think it's one I am going to end up checking out. Just Nick says, turned 21 last week. Found out the truth about Santa. No, I'm sorry. I wish I could have saved you from that pain. Do you have any fave obscure Pokemon? Also, do you remember when a sequel to Detective Pikachu was announced and it had a director? Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I think it was a mistake to do the first live action Pokemon movie as Detective Pikachu. Dude, you just should have done the classic Ash Ketchum with Mindy and Brock going on an adventure, meeting Pikachu, a couple of Pokemon along the way, him fighting in a tournament, done. I think they fumbled that. They could have so easily have done something there. As far as favorite obscure Pokemon, I always liked. Well, my favorite is Squirtle. I like Squirtle, but other than that, I like Geodude, like the big rock guy with just the 2 arms. I'm trying to think of like any like obscure Pokemon I really like. No, I don't know. Those are the ones. Those are the ones that really get me going. Yeah. Oh, it's Misty. Sorry. There you go. See, casual Pokemoner here. Misty. Sorry, Mindy. There you go. See. Yanni Ron says, like I'm scared to try what I want to do in life. Oh man, I get that. I have a friend like that that doesn't know what they're passionate or what they want to do. Uh, just staring at him right now because I know he watches these. But you got to give it a shot, man. Test different things out. This is the time. You either do it now or in 10 years, you're going to be like, dang, I should have done it then. You know? Well, sending you highlights after stream. Don't worry. Appreciate you, Reed. Appreciate you. Stuart Elward says, I meant got the 1, 2, 4, 5. Leprechaun pop yesterday and saw Sinners definitely best film of the year so far. Yeah, I got that Leprechaun pop over here. It's kind of out of my reach, but I do. That's a good Leprechaun pop. McLovin27 says, what's your ideal vision for a post Secret Wars? Honestly, I want basically everyone back. Iron Man, Captain America, well, Steve Rogers, it would be nice. Well, if they want to keep Sam Wilson, that's fine too. But I want everyone in the MCU live and thriving. I would actually like it to feel more of an alternate history, kind of like DC, not know so much our world. Mutants were there from the beginning. Fantastic Four were the first family and stuff like that. Just basically being the actual Marvel comics, just there living and breathing. And now we just focus in on stories and whatnot. I think we're going to focus on the mutants more, but yeah, it's just basically like soft reboot with things we already know, you know? Stuart Earl says go live earlier more, then we can watch live in England. Oh, okay. We'll do, my friend. We'll do. Adventures with Parker and Dad says, did you post anywhere earlier in the day where you're going live or not? YouTube tells us 30 minutes early, but we'd love to know which day it'll be. You're the go of YouTube. Yeah, I should be posting more on the community tab. That way it shows up for you guys. It's so hard sometimes to commit to a certain time because like I'll be doing a lot of things last minute and running and whatnot. So it's like hard for me to plan ahead. Because like I was wanting to stream by 2:00 and I didn't stream till 2:35. So there you go. But yes, I will try to be better at that because I do respect your guys' time. The Muffin Boy says, what are some sequels you don't want to happen? Honestly, Sinners. Sinners is so perfect. I don't know if I'd want them to continue on, but if they did, it would probably be amazing. Other than that, other movies that it's like I don't want them to do another one that was just so perfect. I don't know, because I'm greedy. And I don't care if you ruin it sometimes. I just want more in that world. So I'll take it. I'll take it. Someone said Thor 5. Oh. Alejandro Fuentes says, do you feel like the Fast X sequel is getting delayed? Something's happening with it because I saw Vin Diesel posted. He's like, Universal, please let the fans know when they can watch the next Fast and Furious. I don't know if that's a marketing thing or whatnot, but yeah, Vin Diesel's like, yo, when you gonna put a release date for this movie? It's probably getting delayed. I don't know. I'm fine with wanting to watch it, but I'm glad it's the end. The family needs to rest. And then in 5 years, it will be like 5 years, they're gonna reboot it, and Vin Diesel's gonna have his son be all grown up, and he'll be played by some actor who's barely starting today, and the family is back. The faster and the furious are babies. Elliot 5577 says, not gonna lie, I vouch for you and every one of my TikToks lives. You're my favorite news guy. I love you, man. Oh, well, tag me in your TikTok account and I'll follow you, buddy. Crispy says, make sure to go on Expedition Everest at Disney. Oh, I sure will. I sure will. I'm going to get on as many things as I can. I can't wait. I even bought shoes with extra cushion so I can walk everywhere. Your brother needs it. Bro, my friend is going to be an extra on Avengers Doomsday. She lives in London and she's filming a scene next month. I don't know if they reuse extras, but if she's in any other scene, I'll tell you. Hey, keep us posted. Keep us posted, buddy. I would appreciate that. Dovins Bangta says, Chris, how will I know she's the one? Any advice? Oh, dude. I wish, man. I got very lucky with my lady. I am very grateful for the woman I have and how supportive she has been because she was with me when I was just over there being like, honey, how about you work a job and I make YouTube videos? That is the thing that happened for a good couple months. I was making YouTube and she'd be going to work paying the bills. And it's been nice, but it's hard to tell, man. It's hard to tell when you find the one. You honestly don't know until several years in. You're just like, whoa, this is the one. This is the one. I just someone said upgrade. You asshole. um I wish I had better advice for you, but I really do. It just you just know eventually. It just hits you, right? Let's see here. Did you hear the news that DC is considering dropping Matt Reeves? I did see that rumor. I don't have any belief in it. There's so much negativity and people making up stuff just to stir drama, and they want to act like they know everything. It's the same people that said Ben Affleck's about to make his Batman movie. You know that, right? And the next day, Ben Affleck will go on an interview and says, "I don't ever want to do a Batman movie again." And people be like, "No, no, no. He's just being cool. He's still gonna make a Batman movie, guys." Yeah, okay. So I don't believe that rumor right now. McLovin27 says, my GF saw a guy with no legs and said, that's Geo. Wow, that's diabolical. She might be the one, buddy. She might be the one. That's a good sense of humor. Magic Impulse says, hey 3C, hope you're doing good. I was wondering what mic you use for your videos. Oh, for my videos, I started using, this is the one I actually recommend to you. Just use this one. Shure MV7. 7B. This one. This is the one. Oh, geez, I have to get into my dang it. It's this one though. Just a Shure MV7. It's you could use it as XLR or USB. I think it works great. It sounds good in my opinion. This is the one I'd recommend to you. 279. It's a little pricey, but I always, if you're starting YouTube or doing anything, you spend more on the audio over the video. Your iPhone can record perfectly crisp videos if you clean it to get that grease off. Spend money on the audio because that's the thing that'll bother people is bad sound over bad picture. Let's see here. 3C lore on historical moments that you remember when I was, I am now. When were you were? We were now. Historical moments that you remember when I mean, you gotta use more specific, buddy. When I was little, I'd probably watching Back to the Future. That's the movie that made me love movies. I remember being in the apartment. It was playing on Telemundo, so I actually saw it in Spanish. That's the first time I saw Back to the Future was in Spanish, and I just love that movie. It was great. It's great. Sadly, again, me acompañas a ir. Here we go. Here we go. Me acompaña. Oh, you were asking me. Me acompañas a ir a Hong Kong en Tijuana. Ya ves? Sí puedo hablar español. My lady saw the way I mispronounced all those words last stream, and she threw it in a group chat with us and a bunch of friends, and she's been making fun of me for not being able to read Spanish. But I do want to go to Hong Kong, but I don't know. I don't know. I'll rain check on that one. Rain check on that. I just hate long flights, dude. Oh, hate long flights. No, thank you. Joseph Mononki says, what apps do you use to start getting access to review movies? I want to get into games and become 4C, my arch nemesis. There's not apps to review movies. If you're like wanting access, I always recommend advancedscreenings.com. You guys could go to this on your own time. It's free. This is how I started before I got on press lists. And you just type in your city. And if you are living in a major city, you will most likely find screenings. Unfortunately, if you're living in the middle of nowhere, you're not going to find many screenings in your area. So you'd have to like pick the closest major city to you. And if you're willing to drive the 3-4 hours, because I know there's some reviewers that do that, you can. But like here, if I just search up Dallas, where I be, that's where I be. You can find Jesus, how is Dallas, Texas not on there? Let's see what 75006. That's my old zip code. Carrollton. That's where I grew up. Carrollton, Texas. Let me see if some things will pull up here. Just give it a second. It's loading. It's loading. Any second now. All right, whatever. I'll just go back. Jeez, these ads. Anyways, here's good. So like the accountant too, right? If you click on it, You'll see down below what cities are playing early screenings: Los Angeles, San Francisco, Miami, Atlanta, Boston, New York, Seattle. What I recommend to you is sign up for email updates, get notifications, and then on your emails, set it to be like be notified. So as soon as the screening is available, your phone will alert you like it's a text message or on email, and then you sign up as quickly as you can, and that's how you could go see some advanced screenings and whatnot. That's what I did for the first 2 years of doing YouTube before I finally built an audience and then was put on press lists. So here for Thunderbolts, tons of advanced screenings where you can see it on Tuesday or Wednesday of this coming week. Dallas, Austin, Philadelphia. That's where I recommend. That's where I go. So I hope that helps. All right. We got here the cast report said they're filming a scene in a bar or something like that. She's going to be in the background. I don't know how NDAs and stuff work, but if she can tell me anything, she will. Okay, well, just let us know. There was in the concept art a bar scene with the Young Avengers, Chris Pratt and Wong. So I wonder if it's that scene. Favorite Kevin Hart film? Probably Soul Plane. Probably Soul Plane, where he plays a major character. It'd probably be Soul Plane. I thought that was a funny movie at the time. I didn't hate it. Maybe I need to rewatch it. Maybe I shouldn't be doing Soul Plane as my as my pick. But I thought Soul Plane was funny. If not, it'd be, I guess, superhero movie. But he's kind of a small supporting character in that. I don't know. If I'm looking at just his recent Kevin Hart movies, I'm not going to count Jumanji because that's such an ensemble thing. I don't know. He hasn't had the best streak, if I'm being honest with you, and all that. I did like the first Ride Along a lot. I thought the first Ride Along had real potential. And then the second one just kind of ruined that potential, in my opinion. But that first Ride Along I thought was pretty good. Yeah, I don't know about that. Scary Movie 3, yeah. Epic Movie, Drop It Taylor. Yeah, those are the ones. Get Hard is kind of funny. Will Ferrell saves that movie a lot. Are you a fan of Jaden Smith's Karate Kid movie? Love it. And do you think Jaden will cameo in the new Karate Kid? I'd hope so. I don't think he is going to. I think he'll be mentioned, like he had another student or whatnot. But I don't think he will. It would be awesome, but I don't think he will. And yeah, I love that Jaden Smith Karate Kid movie. I thought it was really good. Hoping that for that Letterboxd follow. Well, buddy, since you last asked me, I'm streaming. So once the stream's over, you'll see. Keep being pushy like that, and you'll be blocked on Letterboxd. Yeah, well, Papa had to put his foot down. Just kidding, my boy. Elliot577 says, following me would be insane. I just tagged you. Okay, awesome. See, you too. I'll get to you once the stream is ended. And then we have here Mario, Poppy Chris. Have you ever been to a candlelight showing? I've always wanted to go to one. Ooh, no, candlelight showing of what? Candlelight showing. What is is that a movie thing? I know what a candlelight showing is, but classic rock on strings. I have not ever been to one, my friend. Unfortunately. All right, my friends, that is where we're going to have to end things right now. Papa's got something he's got to go and do, but I still wanted to give you guys a little weekend live stream here to talk about. Don't be forgetting to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. You guys are amazing people. I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend, just like Mr. Monkey for sending in some support. You guys are great. I love y'all's faces. Take care of yourself now. Bye now. Adios.